Turn to the left.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Okay. Hey, he's cool. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Anyway, high five one more time. I missed.
It's dark.
Oh, it is very dark. Stairway to hell. Ugh. That's tempting. Can I go?
I hit myself in the head with the microphone.
You alright? Hey, party people. What's going on out there on the interwebs? It's your friendly neighborhood Renegades back at it again with one of our favorite deadpan creators on the platform. Can I be honest?
I don't know, can you?
I don't know, can I? Let me give it a try. Between Swagger Souls, Raccoon Eggs, Seth, and Maxor, who is the most deadpan?
Definitely not Maxor.
Well, not Matt. Well, in terms of just his reading style,
Probably Swagger.
I'd say Swagger and Raccoon Eggs have sort of the same motif. I know that Swagger's whole thing is I actually would say he's a little more animated with just his way of. It's like, hey there, like, hey, I don't mean to be a busybody, but I'd like to say that you know, I smoked a little weed before we got started, and I'm starting to see shapes. And I think I see my dad.
Yeah.
It's like, Grandma, you're alive again.
I guess he does put an inflection when he has a good joke to tell.
Well, and also, Swagger screams on several of his videos too. I've yet to hear Seth get above like a stern talking to in terms of his presentation. I'd say Seth's probably the more deadpan of all of them, in my opinion, anyway.
Weirdly enough, he's still very entertaining, though.
Oh no, the deadpan by no means indicates boring. I mean, there's some people out there who just have a natural presentation to them that just is awesome, and I enjoy watching what they do, and Seth's one of them. Speaking of, we have a new Seth Zintok video. It's a Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator review, Universal Donor Edition. So, yeah, and also we got the Asher boy here. Hey, buddy. Hey, big boy. Yeah, Asher's very tired. We're starting this a little later than usual because we had a band practice. Well, not really. It was more of a jam session that ended up just before midnight. And then not only that, but I also forgot, oh yeah, I haven't eaten today. So I had to get me something to eat. And here we are. So this is a pretty short one from Seth. This is only an 11-minute video. And I'm wondering what all... I've never heard of this game. So I guess we're gonna get it up on screen and see what we have. See what Seth has to say. But anyway, here we go.
Hey people, Seth here. Welcome to a little game I got gifted a couple months prior. I'll be real, I don't pay for games. I just put on my LED cat ear headset and get everybody to be my Discord daddy. This is the best investment in 2022. This doesn't just pay you dividends, it pays you salaries, other people's salaries. Disclaimer, I am in no way affiliated with the Chinese tar factories that make these. That would be lame. On the other hand, if you a Latin American or Middle Eastern militia looking to expand your services, hit me up. 45-second integration doesn't sound like much, but I assure you, that's a lot of stolen AMV footage that I can crossfade into footage of your men wearing turbans. I can also do a full dedicated video where I can quickly summarize the fine points of your proposed benevolent regime, namely, the peaceful transition of power. I got given this by a dude who originally I assumed to be deaf, until one day he said he wanted to VC, and I said no. No, you can't. Your kind doesn't have that capability. Well, now I feel stupid and he thinks I'm racist. Space Warlord or...
I'm sorry. Deaf Aussie.
Have that capability. Well, now I feel stupid and he thinks I'm racist. Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator is a glimpse into the future where nothing is yours and everything is a commodity, including yourself. That's the joke. It's actually right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the former patriarch of a Rothschild family who received 9 heart transplants during his life really cared to make sure that every single one of them were ethically sourced. from the nearest Malaysian child. So, what's the difference? The difference is that in this game, I can publicly list a little boy's heart on the stock exchange so that we can speculate against the value of little Joey's heart. It is a unique, perishable good, which is already hedged against hyperinflation, owing to the fact that there's only one. To begin, you have to start the game. To begin the game, you have to click start inside the game. After picking a persona, you begin. As stated by the intro, you're above the morality of anybody else. Everybody has them, everybody needs them, and everybody wants them. Which means they need you. You're an organ trader, and this is your universe. Everybody else just lives in it, but you're still at the mercy of someone else. You're not free, you're indentured. Everything you've been given is borrowed. And if you don't play nice and give your handler what he wants, he's going to remind you that everything ever given can be taken away one piece at a time. What's it called when you ask for something? Suggestion. What's it called when you ask for something while pointing a gun at their head? Persuasion. Mentor is going to repeatedly persuade you to choose life over death by forcing you to take non-negotiable contracts which, by their very nature, are designed to make you broke. This is the equivalent of going to a jewelry store with an invoice for $1 in exchange for everything inside. But we'll deal with him later. You begin the game and you'll notice it's very calm and quiet because that's not the game. When you push that red button, the market opens up for exactly 2 minutes. In that time, you gotta go fast and you gotta go hard. 120 seconds of pure stress. That's the game. But this is only the start. Early on, contracts
This is not the game for me, then.
You take them.
No. I see this and I'm just like...
I don't do well with timers. I don't do well with making decisions quickly. Like, I would be bad at this game. It would probably not be fun. It would be stressful and anxiety-inducing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that too. I think it'd be very, very stressful, and I would probably lose my shit playing it and be like, I can't do this!
You fulfill their requirements, and you get paid. With payment comes money. With reliability comes reputation. With reputation comes problems. Because the bigger you get, the more they start to notice. Namely, everyone else. They're smarter and faster than you. They're unpredictable, bipolar, and obsessed. But most of all, they're richer than you. Imagine a teenage girl whose bloodstream is nothing but cocaine and benzos, armed with a single corporate credit card, which has an overdraft of 700 trillion. This is your competition. Good luck. If you're
Did you say cocaine and benzos?
Yeah, those are Xanax.
Yeah, I know.
Cocaine and
That means she is tripping fucking balls.
Yes.
Like, because that is like a huge upper mixed with a huge downer.
So she's
going fucking
up.
that way, not that way, not that way, fucking that way.
She's circling the earth. Yeah, she's not going up into the sky or down in the
It's literally what I've heard referred to as going sideways, which is just not a thing you want to do. You know the fucking scene in Requiem for a Dream?
Oh, yeah.
Where his mom is taking both the uppers and the downers, and then she just starts freaking the fuck out. Like,
yes. That's sideways.
That's why you don't mix this.
Well, again, I mean, he picked up his addictive personality from her, and he basically suffers the same thing. Mm. And then, of course, oh gosh, the ending of that movie is hard for me to stomach because I'm just like, damn, these people don't need to do this, but yet they do because they can't. That's all they know how to do.
The whole movie is meant to be hard to stomach. That's the point.
Fuck you, Darren Aronofsky.
Benzos, armed with a single corporate credit card, which has an overdraft of 700 trillion. This is your competition. Good luck. If you're too slow, they're going to take it. If you're too fast, you'll buy the wrong piece because they bought something a millisecond earlier, shifting the position of each item. If they need it, they'll take it. If you need it, they'll take it anyway just to spite you. So, how are you meant to survive? At the start, you get offered a little training course on high-speed organ trading. I sincerely recommend you take this. Is there a reward at the end? A little tangible reward for my simplified Coomer erectus brain? No, you learn how to read barcodes. Every organ on the exchange has a serial number. This tells you everything about the organ in the shortest span of time. I'll break this down block by block. Organ code, size, condition, blood type, rarity, and special properties.
Can't play
Why
this.
do these matter?
My pea brain is too small to ever play this. I can already tell. Like, this is like Papers, Please, but way worse.
Yes, this is Papers, Please on crack.
Because as you get more reputation, your clients get more demanding. It's no longer a stomach, it's a large stomach. It's no longer any pair of lungs, it's a pair with the same AB negative blood type. And I will not settle for a shitty thyroid. Get me one that's absolutely perfect, pristine. Get me that 1 in a million mythical thyroid that shoots out thyroxine so fast you're gonna live at like 2 times playback speed until your heart explodes. Not like I care. I got a replacement waiting. It's inside somebody else. Now that you can read, you can trade real fast. It's a market as diverse as your clientele. Contracts include, but not limited to, medical supplies, ship repair, warlord training. I saw some fucked up shit and popped my eyes. I need a replacement. I am currently depressed. I need a new brain. My favorite VTuber told me to get in on this pump and dump. I can't lose. Would you be interested in resurrecting a dead god and ending life in this universe as we know it? Please let me know. I can't pay very much. Necromancy work is not unionized. It's been a subject of union busting for years now.
I wonder why. It's like, hey, do you want to go resurrect, the evil dead space god that can destroy all of life? Fuck it. I got nothing better to do.
Pretty much.
Your options are plentiful. Now, we have to talk about the soundtrack, because it's the best soundtrack I've ever heard. Because it's not just a soundtrack, it's layered like a cake. Every single track is layered by the menu you're currently on. So, in the process of high-speed organ transfer, you automatically create a melody just by trading. Due to the nature of the soundtrack, it doesn't actually exist. But the guy who made it remixed the whole thing into an experimental companion soundtrack. I first recommend you play the game and then give it a listen. I don't have a fitting modern word for this, so I asked everybody younger for an appropriate expression I could use to convey my enthusiasm for the music. Here goes. It's bussin'. I really like it. I'll put a link into this.
Oh. At least he didn't go with it sus. Thank God.
Well, that would be if it's not great, though, probably.
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I can't keep up with the lingo of these kids nowadays. I'm still used to drip being, like, good clothing and all that. Instead, now it's like, oh, rate my fit. And I'm like, outfit. Okay, I get it now. Just like you had that problem.
I had to Google it.
Yeah, rate my fit. It's like, oh, outfit. Okay.
Actually, I think I Googled it and I didn't come up with anything, so I had to try to guess from context and apologize if I was wrong.
There you go.
Description below. Later on, you get access to organ stocks, because really, why even buy organs when you can simply speculate? It's a perfect simulation of stock investment, because markets don't make sense. There are no rules to the organ exchange, but there is one principle which I've taken directly from...
If I've learned anything from markets by watching stuff online, if a goldfish can make better decisions than the supposed experts on the internet, something's kind of fucky with the system. Michael Reeves taught me that.
Yeah.
And he's right. The system is fucked. You're more likely to make money following a goldfish than you are following the experts online.
Rothschild himself. Be greedy when others are cautious. Be cautious when others are greedy. To put it simply, everything look a little too good? Sell that shit, homie. Market correction is coming. And once it does, buy the dip and repeat until you become a multimillionaire. And then, just like me, you're gonna be fined several times in a row on fraudulent charges by corrupt officials and lose the game. I'm not even joking. Blink twice and it's game over. That's how quickly it all goes. That's the ADHD experience of life every day. Wake up, scream, and die. Except here it's a lot more dramatic, and I'm currently competing for kidneys with my arch nemesis, who is, of course, a dog. So, I don't really know where to take this metaphor. Eventually, you're also going to get a better cargo hold. You'll figure this out on your own, but essentially, organs interact with other organs. Your cargo hold is alive. It's an inverted body you can graft organs to. I see nothing wrong about this. So, instead of relying exclusively on contracts, you could also buy a high-value organ like an appendix or a pharaoh-gut in very poor condition for very little money. Strap them to a bunch of healthy hearts, pump them full of blood, and flip the newly rejuvenated meat for massive profit. Finally, some contracts are special. You'll recognize them by the border. Pursuing them leads to different endings. Remember our handler? Well, eventually someone takes notice and offers to take the toxicity out of your relationship by luring Mentor out into the open and turning him into a flesh painting that cannot die. That's a good ending, by the way.
Oh. A flesh painting that cannot die. That's horrifically amazing. That's like some Hellraiser shit, dude.
Did you read the text? His threats die with him, and if there is anything else you need to learn, well, he's always around.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh god, wait, where's Chaozu? Oh, he's there, and there, and there, and some over there too, and I think there's still some on the big guy's back. You getting back up here, Ashy? Asher, come on. Get up here. Come on. Is that it? You just want some loving? Come here, you. Aw, it's a silly boy. The big silly boy. Look at him. I love you, buddy.
It's probably like, why has my mom been gone since all day today?
She had some stuff to take care of back in the Carolinas. That's how it goes, buddy. Don't worry, she'll be back. All in due time.
One of the bad endings is when you actually try to help. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but here's a hint. One of the tracks in this game is called A Galaxy of Children Who've Only Seen Red. There's a bunch of endings, and I think there's 10 in total. The current copy might have less, but I'm playing an early test build because I have a profound relationship with the Lord, or because I talked to the developer. The Lord, he simply watches as I trip myself repeatedly and blame everybody else. P.S. If you're slow and decrepit and past your prime, which for a man is about 14 years of age,
Oh, don't make me feel any older than I already am, dude. It's more than twice my age.
there is an accessibility up.
You know, that's the thing. I talk to people online who are like 17, 18 years old. They're just like, dude. It's like, I heard someone, I think I probably told you this. So me and Rick were playing a game with somebody, and Rick was just like, oh man, it's my birthday tomorrow. And they're like, how old are you turning? Rick's like, oh, I'm turning 25. And he's like, oh, dude, you're so old. I'm like, oh. And I was just like, how old do you think I am? And he's like, well, you might be older than Rick. You're like 27, 28. I'm like, I'm 34. And he's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, I'm old. I know. Ha 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 ha. Boomer in the house. Yeah. Just fuck
These will be dead soon.
Probably be dead sooner than most.
The option to make the game slower. Now, if he only added hotkeys for accepting, fulfilling, and deleting contracts, my life would still be painful, but slightly easier. I actually talked to him about this, and unfortunately, it can't be done that easily. Just like Super Mario 64 was originally going to release with pregnancy mode enabled, at the end of the day, it's a limitation of the engine. Final score. I give Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator an impractical out of 10. I love this game, but classic organ transplantation will never be a viable method of long-term organ replacement. I'm sorry, but that's an immunological reality, and tissue from anyone else, unless they're an identical twin, will eventually result in tissue rejection. Yes, I'm aware we can take immunosuppressants, so we can kill them with a tumor instead. The only real way forward is understanding stem cell differentiation to grow your own tissue that will not be rejected. Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. There's a reason I like it so much, because it's the perfect human duality. You get what you give. You sell pieces of everybody else, but the taller you stand, the harder you fall. And one day, it's all gonna come crashing down. You're gonna lose your money, you're gonna lose your life, and when you're dead, they're gonna chop you up and sell your pieces. Because in this case, the sum of the parts really is greater than the whole. Ultimately, the organ trader really is selling one thing: himself. It's a nice little game. It's not too long, but that's really a matter of perspective. You don't know how short your life is.
What the fuck?
Don't know what I was looking at there.
I thoroughly recommend it.
Kid
Yeah,
getting
by the way,
permanent
you can mod
spinal
this.
damage by the looks of things.
Again, I don't know. My dude. My dude. My dude. No. No. No!
Is that even considered an organ?
I don't know. I don't want to know. I'm leaving.
This
Moving
game,
on.
I messed around and it's pretty easy to add new organs. Ironically, the first organ I added is usually the first to be taken away.
Oh, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Please don't take my dick away. Oh, I know it's just the foreskin. I mean, hell, I'm circumcised, so what the hell?
Where can I buy this game? Everywhere. It's on every platform, on every store, except the Chinese store. Hopefully, by the time this comes out, there's a discount on Steam.
I know why it's not on the Chinese one, because the Chinese do that. And they don't want people like, oh, I wonder if our government actually does that. Yeah, they don't want people thinking like that.
Of course, you can also get a 100% discount, depending on your life circumstance. I even recommend it, and we both know exactly what I'm talking about.
Hello guys.
Robbing an ATM at 2 in the morning.
So I'll get back. Mandalore retired and gave birth to two. Okay, wow. Wow. Okay, so that was something.
Indeed.
And I don't really know what to say to that outside of, yeah, that's kind of amazing. I'm not going to play this game, but just the fact that I can, the amount of stuff that's in this game. Hold on. Is this a newer one too?
Hey people.
Yeah, this is a newer one too. We need to watch this one later date too.
Huh.
Well, anyway, I guess that's gonna do it, everybody.
It's one of those games that I'm just kind of like, all right, interesting to know it exists, but I don't know if that information will ever actually have any further effect on my life in any way.
I don't think so either. I don't think it'll benefit me in any way whatsoever. So I'm just going to put that on the back burner, say, hey, that's cool, bro, and move on with my life. That is until I am eventually, someone drugs me and steals my kidney, and then I'm going to be like, hey, I know a game that might help me in this event.
Probably not.
More than likely not. But anyway, I just figured, what the hell. Oh, what are you complaining about? You have a good life. Don't sit here and make those noises pretending like, you're bored or, you have it rough. He just made a noise like... He sounds disappointed. Don't be disappointed, you big lummox.
He's just like, I want to know when my mom's coming here.
Don't worry, she'll be home soon. Probably tomorrow.
When is soon? Soon, like in a minute.
Oh, don't you start. Anyway, we're going to move on from here, everyone. We want to thank you all very much for tuning in. This was Seth Zintak with the Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator Review Universal Donor Edition. So I'm leaving a like on that. And also, if you want to see more from the one and only Seth Zintak, feel free to click his name in the title of the video. And until next time, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
We'll see you later, everybody.